to do. He said that history will repeat himself, and I'm just paraphrasing his exact comments. You talk about free speech, which really must come with responsibility.
Sure.
But as a national organizer of the party, do you feel those comments were responsible?
What were the comments? The comments was that they are, when a government gets elected, or when a party gets elected and it forms government, sometimes it goes into it that, oh, I came through the ballot, and so I am so popular. So when you are doing things, you tend to ignore the concerns of people, including even some people who may have voted for you, but on some issues have a different opinion. So if you only consider, oh, I have majority, that majority, you had it on the 7th of December 2016, not on the 10th of March 2018. So if you are basing your decisions just on a decision that was taken almost 2 years ago, or a decision that is into its second year, you may be deceiving yourself. And that was where he attempted to indicate that, look, we've had governments that were elected through the ballot box before, but something happened because those who did it said they were not listening to this, they were not doing that, they were not doing that. So in particular, in relation to this United States of America agreement with Ghana, the president, and for that matter, government, should not only think about the fact that they are popular because they were elected through the ballot, and listen to the views of the... I thought that this was a wonderful advice. That the president...
I'll bring you in a bit.
That the president should have fed on to say that, okay, it is true. My MPs who are in majority in parliament have passed this agreement. But let me go beyond that and find out how many other persons are unhappy.
Okay.
Including even some of the MPs who have passed it, even at the committee level. Some of the MPs.
But if these comments were truly responsible, why did the General Secretary of your party distance the party from the... The
General Secretary has spoken this evening and indicated clearly that he was asked a question that KOKU has declared coup, that he has declared coup, that a coup is going to happen. That's different from what we heard being played later. So there's a difference when you, Nanaba, you are interviewing me and you are telling me that this is friends. When you, Nanaba, you are interviewing me and you are telling me that this is what the person has said.
Okay.
That was what he said. The party cannot and will not and has never met
so
and sent anybody.
He hadn't listened at the time?
It was based on the question that they have asked him, that will not send anybody to go and make such comment. But as a deputy general secretary and as a Ghanaian, he has a right to express himself. If those expressions did not find favor with law, the law can deal with it. So we must be clear in the context that our general secretary spoke.
Let me bring in Adam now.
Having listened to the audio myself, unless otherwise that is different from what for which reason he's been arrested, I did not hear him declare any coup in that.
But did you feel there was a call for civil disobedience in those comments?
Do you know that?
Do you feel?
Do you know that demonstrations are also a way of expressing civil disobedience to what the government has? For example, the government has sent an agreement to Parliament to ratify. The MPP side in Parliament have ratified it. Tomorrow there's a demonstration. Tomorrow there's a demonstration. That's civil disobedience to what it is that have happened. We believe that as citizens, as nationals, as Ghanaians, we have a right to also speak.
Okay. Let me bring you in now, Adam, because you wanted to pass some comments on his submission.
Yes, good evening to Kofi, Adam. I think when he says demonstrations are, what do you call it, civil disobedience, no, it is not. I don't know where, because demonstrations are captured in our laws. there is no, we don't have any clause in our constitution that says civil disobedience is acceptable. Disobedience is acceptable. And so probably he needs to correct himself. Civil disobedience has no space within our, our framework when you are talking about rule of law. The law says if you want to go on demonstrations, the Public Order Act says you inform the police. They don't need to give you permission. They only have to shepherd you. You need to inform them where you are going to. But within the same law, if you told them you were using, let's say, corner A or B, and you stray to C, you have disobeyed the law, they would whip you into line. And that is within the framework of the law. And so I'm just trying to correct that impression that there is nothing like civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is what you are talking about. What happened in Tunisia, what happened in Egypt, what happened. But as far as I know, the Fourth Republican Constitution kicked in 1992, and we have always changed government through the use of the ballot box. And